We built a relationship. You know, the number one most important thing in business isn't generating money. The number one most important thing in business isn't being a big deal. The number one most important thing in business isn't the best marketing strategy or sales strategy. The number one most important thing in business, as it is in all aspects of life, is relationships. So why did Natalie and I partner with Grant and Elena? Because see, this guy's he's a lunatic. Say 10X if you believe me that he's a lunatic. I mean, nobody's gonna go and rent a stadium on Super Bowl Sunday that holds 35,000 people and risk $15, $20 million unless they're a lunatic. Would you agree? Nobody would run 1,000 meetings a year and show up at every one of them when they're a multi-billionaire unless they're a lunatic. Would you agree? Nobody's gonna go out and market and press and push and go do deals and bring all their friends along with them and send $50 million of checks out unless they're a lunatic. Would you agree? Because otherwise they're thinking too small. So maybe success leaves clues. All of you that are sitting here worried about the little things, I'll give you some insight into the man, how he thinks. These are all the companies we now have. And we keep expanding them. We keep generating more. We started our own media company. Why? Because he's frustrated. You know, the guy has done such remarkable things, and it's hard for him to get media coverage. He's like, what about all our entrepreneurs that are crushing it, killing it, making it happen? No one's talking about them. Let's go to create TV shows and feature them. I'll fund it, because I believe in those people. That's you. You got to be a lunatic to be willing to commit the kind of money it takes to produce shows. You have to have resilience, too. You have to have courage with your lunacy. But the most lunatic thing is that he's given all his belief to you, believing that if he builds it, you'll continue to come. And you're here another year. We've got media companies. We've got 10X Buy Sell, helping our partners find acquisition targets that we roll in and close with them and acquire with them. We've got Cardone Capital, Cardone Ventures, 10X GrowthCon, 10X Stages, the kids programs, the 10X Empire with Elena. She's just blowing that business up. How many lady business owners are in the house right now? She's having a special breakfast for you Thursday morning. She wants to meet you. She wants to build with you. Every person on this team is committed to the success, but let's talk about what's been happening. Boom, all of a sudden, taking the model of the business I sold, we've launched all these companies this year. We've got 10X Health with Gary Brecka. We've got 10X HVAC. We've got a couple $100 million of HVAC guys. We've got 10X Roofing. We've got 10X Flooring. We've got 10X Insurance, 10X Cyber. I know what team you're on. You see, here's the thing. My first coaching client, I'll never forget, Natalie and I think we were at our first meeting. We get approached by this husband and wife, Oliver and Leah. And they're like, hey, can we do some coaching with you? I'm like, sure. I had to go ask one of the sales guys that works for Cardone. What's it? Coaching. Oh, well, they pay Grant to spend time with them. I'm like, well, what does he charge? And I'm like, well, shit, I got to be worth at least half of what Grant charges. So I just said, this is the price. And he says, okay, let's do it. We built a relationship. You know, the number one most important thing in business isn't generating money. The number one most important thing in business isn't being a big deal. The number one most important thing in business isn't the best marketing strategy or sales strategy. The number one most important thing in business, as it is in all aspects of life, is relationships. And if you can't accumulate relationships where you can add value to them, don't expect them to add value back to you. It's that simple. So Oliver and Leah start working with us, and I start talking to Oliver about acquiring connected businesses. See, he had a slip back. It's where he was like 12 million and fell back to 8. So he said, you got to help me with my business. Boom, we grow it to 20. And we build a relationship. And Oliver says, hey, this thing you're talking about buying businesses, I think we could buy this little flooring company together. I'm like, let's go, dude. I would do anything with you. Boom, we buy it, what, maybe 2 years ago? It was doing $4 or $5 million. How much did we do this year, Oliver? 12 million. Most importantly is he had a couple people on the team, and then last year I said, Oliver, come on stage, and he comes up on stage, and he had his whole team bum rush the stage. And he had like 18 people. He's got 40 people here now. We launched 10X Farms and Ranches. Some of people are like, what's that? Let me tell you something. It's actually a lot cooler than I thought it was, because it touches a little bit of everything. And the people are cool. and they're committed to this country. So I think we should do our part to help them grow and scale and create massive value in their businesses. And then we have 10X Dental. We've got $100 million of dental practices we're working with. Every one of these will be $1 billion vertical in 36 months. Every one of these has a president that's running them, that was first a client, that moved from a client to someone that went through all of our processes, and that built something remarkable. Not something small, not something average, but something remarkable. Some of them have even completed the cycle of selling their businesses, making tens of millions of dollars. These are all the other verticals we have on our target list to roll out. So home services is a massive space. Consulting, commercial real estate, business consulting, business advising, lawyers, accountants, all of them are coming in and moving into our business advisory program. Distribution, e-com, financial services, healthcare, shipping and logistics, wealth advisors. These are all people we currently work with today.